Hey Youtubians, it's Tony here from We Try Anything. Channel likes to try anything so you don't have to. What we're going to take a look at today is we're going to take a look at another Casio from the We Try Anything collection, and this one is a Casio WV-58U. The main thing about this Casio is that it is a Wave Ceptor Casio, and what that normally means is that it uses radio waves which are transmitted from what is known as an atomic timekeeping clock, and I believe it's actually based in Rugby in the UK. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And what it does, it sends out, it receives kind of information from this atomic clock to say what the time is, and just keep accuracy with that clock. Now obviously atomic time is a very, very accurate time because it is based on, I believe, the pulse of what is atoms, and so obviously they pulse very accurately at certain given times. And again, if I'm wrong, then please pop it in the comments below what you believe is the correct description of atomic time. But that is my kind of loose sort of explanation of that. So this is the Wave Ceptor one, which kind of goes off and gets that time. So in this review, in this kind of feature review, what we're going to do is going to take a look around the watch, talk about what it's made up of, and the display and stuff like that. And then what we're going to do is then talk about some of the functions of the watch and how to operate some of the kind of things that it can do. And then what we're going to do is pop it on our wrist and kind of describe what it's like to wear and own, and just give you our kind of very initial verdict or impressions of what this watch is like. So to kick things off, this watch is, as you can see, has a kind of a very nice clear display, and this is actually covered, or known as a dial window, which is covered by an acrylic resin type glass. I wouldn't say glass, I would say more of a cover, and it does have a very slight dome to it, so it's meant to be just kind of make it a bit more hardy. But again, like with all kind of resin kind of plastic glass or glass kind of or covering that Casio uses, it will attract scratches. And as you can see, I mean, this watch is slightly used or kind of pre-loved, as it were. That's why I thought I'd get it to show on the channel. It's just, you can see it does attract kind of micro kind of scratches or abrasions. So if it is something that you find scratches and stuff like that off-putting, then these sort of watches probably aren't the watch for you. So just to talk about it, as I say, it's got an acrylic resin kind of dial window to it, which is prone to scratching. It does have, except for this kind of metallic effect plastic here, it does have a kind of a resin case to it, which is a case width diameter of about 44 millimeters. The case thickness is approximately 12 millimeter. Resin band, which is what this is, which has got a metal buckle on this one. But again, resin band is about a width of 23 millimeters from here. As you can see, this resin band is quite durable. It's quite thick as well. I mean, it's a lot thicker than some of the other watches I've kind of featured on the channel. So I would imagine it would take up some kind of abuse. But again, like with all Casios, you gotta just treat them a bit nicely, and they will last for a very long time. Now, as I say, on the back, it does have the usual stainless steel back. So as you can see there, it's got all the information of, being a Wave Ceptor with 5 multi-bands. It's also got the module number, which is 3053. And it's also, I'll mention it now, it is water resistance to 5 bars, or in my kind of understanding, it would be 50 meters. And also it does show you kind of the functions, or what the pushers do on the left and right of the watch. So if this ever does scratch off, which I can't imagine, or that ever gets damaged there and there, at least you got the information just here as well. But as I say, the pushers, you do get 4 pushers as indicated on the back and front here, and they do indicate what they do, so I will go through that in a minute. And they are plastic pushers from what I can see, quite hard plastic. So again, if they are made to a budget, I would imagine. But yeah, again, I mean, the actual design of the actual watch face is a very nice design in my opinion. Because you do get some Casios where the actual time display is quite small, and it does have some other features like like world time and stuff like that. But with this one, it has all the information that you need just by glancing at it. So straight away you got day and month. Now this is also user configurable, so you can swap them round, which I'll quickly show you later on. Obviously you've got the year, the time, which is quite a nice big font really, which I like, or LCD display font. It also indicates whether it's PM or AM, but you can change it to 24-hour within the adjustment of the time. It also has a daylight savings time setting as well, which can be turned on and off, and also set to auto, because obviously this watch will get that kind of information, if I'm right in thinking. And also it has the day in which we are recording this on, with it being Wednesday. So straight away you get all the information from that watch. The other thing as well you have got is the actual Wave Ceptor icon here. Now, as you can see, it is black, and that means I've just went and got the time from the atomic timekeeping. It's done its timekeeping and synchronization, so it's got the time, and it's just said, it's just indicated that to say that it has. So it is quite a nice information display, which you can just get the information straight away and then go about your day. The actual watch is also backlit, so when you tap on the actual light button, you do get the kind of nice background blue. It's not just one little LED down in one of the corners here. It is the whole watch face here, which I am indicating in this little clip here. And it will last for a couple of seconds as well. So you just press it once, and you can see it kind of just glow in the dark. Now, it is powered by Japanese quartz movement, so obviously once it's got the time, you got quite an accurate watch to wear. And that's it really. So what we're going to do is go through just some of the functions of the watch, just to show you what it can do, and maybe just adjust some bits and pieces just to show you how it works. So here you've got the adjustment. I'll quickly show you the modes first. So what you've got is you've got an alarm, world time mode here, which you can see what, like for example, I'm guessing this is Tokyo, and also it just says the universal time, where if it's plus and minus hours, and also featuring if you've got your actual home screen time as well, so you've got your time listed above here, which is quite handy. And also if you want to see what it is in other parts of the world, so if you're looking at to talk to people in Adelaide, or you are in Adelaide, then you have got that kind of option really. So Sydney, some of these I'm just kind of guessing at really. I'm guessing that was Papua New Guinea. Anchorage, let's see how many. LAX, that being Los Angeles. I'm guessing that might be Yemen. Denmark, Mexico, China. Some of these I'm not too sure. Now obviously that everyone knows that one, so New York City. So it is a handy little feature. So if you are away abroad, or you have got people who loved ones or business associates in another part of the world, and you want to do a Zoom call or kind of just a normal telephone call, for a fact, or set up a meeting, you can set your time just to work out what time they're awake and what time their business hours, or a good time to talk to them. So very handy little feature. Next one is a timer. This will go down by 60 minutes, so obviously, within an hour as such. So if you are timing anything like kind of cooking or anything like that, then it's very handy for that. So I'll just, there you go, reset that. Also, you've got your stopwatch, which I would imagine has split time as well. If I tap that, so you got your split times there. So again, if you're doing a run and stuff like that, you want to see how many miles you've covered in a certain amount of time, then you can work it out from there. So here's the alarm function, and as you can see, you've got kind of you can kind of set it so if you just press on that there, you can kind of set your alarm and stuff like that. And obviously as soon as you set the alarm, it turns on the actual alarm function there, which can be turned off. And also you can do it so it beeps on an hourly, so it gives you like an hourly chime. And then there's both the alarm and signal, and then both of them off. And that's, I believe, is it for the functions really. Now the main thing that you probably will want to know about is how to adjust the time and stuff like that, which is easily done via this. So what you can do is by going forward, and I believe it's forward or back. You can actually go backward. I'm not sure which key button that is, but you can go forward in setting your actual home screen, as it were. So this one we've got set to London, which is obviously based in the UK, but you can kind of set it so it's obviously different parts of the world really, and that will be your home screen. And if your part of the world kind of supports the atomic timekeeping synchronization, then you can still have that feature. But then there are other parts of the world that don't. So if we go through, and then that is auto now. That's for the daylight saving time, which you can turn on and off by pressing on that. And then I set it to auto because obviously I do the actual atomic timekeeping kind of synchronization, so that's all kind of nice with that. So if I just go forward, there you can set 24-hour and 12-hour by doing that, which is easily done. And then obviously you can kind of configure the time yourself. And as you go through it, obviously that's 2021, you can then change the day and date, but also you can change the format of the day and month. So if you press that, it will go month and then day, or if you press it again, it will go day and then month. So obviously in the UK, it's going to be day and then month. In America, say, it's going to be month and day. So there you go. It's quite easily done. And then back to the, you know, your choice of what kind of part of the world you want to say is your home screen. And that's it really. You know, it's got quite some nice functions really. And the only other one is just kind of, if you keep your finger, just press that there, it'll tell you the last time that you went off, or the last time it was synchronized with the atomic timekeeping clock, as it were, in rugby. But if you keep your finger pressed down, I would say about 20 seconds or what have you, it'll say it's RC with an exclamation mark, which means it's going off to go and find out the time. And then it'll kind of display, as long as it's got a signal from the atomic timekeeping synchronization clock. And if you want to just come back to that, you just press that and there you are. So you just go back to the main screen there. So it's as easy as that really. I mean, it's quite an easy watch to work out or mess with. But the one thing that I have read some of the reviews on this watch is that after about 2 years, this watch can keep resetting. Now, I've had this watch for a fair few months and I haven't experienced any problems like that. I've read, it's mainly on the Amazon page, so if you click on the Amazon link below, it will take it to some of the, you know, the reviews that people say. I mean, please read them, and you know, obviously you can ascertain what if it's the watch for you and stuff from them. But some people do complain that this does reset after a couple of years, and it will keep resetting to like a 12-15 or something. So again, you know, I'm not sure, but you know, I haven't had any problems regarding that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it on my wrist and then say what it's like to wear. Right then, so on the wrist, it is very nice to wear. I mean, I've got to say, I've always liked these kind of Casio bands because they haven't got the kind of little notches in, so you don't feel it kind of pinching there. And it is, I mean, I've got it kind of quite tight on my wrist here, and it is a nice watch to wear. You know, I think it is a very good looking watch to wear, especially the way that they've actually designed the whole watch face. You know, it is quite a nice looking watch really, and especially with these kind of silver, you know, these kind of metal effect accents to the actual watch, which kind of, you know, the kind of contrast against the black, or the kind of gloss effect, or I would say kind of sheen to the actual watch. It is a nice watch to look at and use really. Now, as I say, I haven't had any problems with this watch, but you know, just be aware that some people have, and it might be to do with the battery, or I'm not sure, or it could be to do with the actual timekeeping itself. I don't know, but please read the reviews of it. But you know, as I say, you know, in terms of what it's like to wear, you know, it is a nice watch to wear, and it is comfortable, and again, it doesn't bash up against my wrist or my hand or anything like that. And you know, I can't feel it pinching or anything, which is a very good sign for me that, you know, it's a nice daily watch. So would I consider this watch? Now, I would, if you are looking for something that is quite easy or easy-ish to operate. It goes off and gets the time, so it's meant to be quite accurate, as long as you don't have that problem which I've mentioned. And you know, again, it's a watch that I would say is well worth considering. And you know, by all means, you know, check out the Amazon link below and just see what you think really. So I hope you like the review, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up. It always helps the channel. And if you want to see more reviews coming soon from the channel, which is I think I've got a couple more watches to review, and then I'm going to start reviewing some other things on the channel, then please give it please subscribe below. It always helps. And thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.